Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode number 10 or episode X. That's a good numeric. Well, I first of all, I don't even know that I could go through up to 10 episodes live, right? And post it on my YouTube as well. Try. Still, I'm still learning. I'm still learning and still learning how to do it on IG. Yeah, still, don't worry, I'll do that. So episode 10, finally, 10 episodes that I shared. Hopefully you guys have value out of it. Hope I gave you guys, if not value or ideas that you could use or you could share. So yeah, hope that. So in episode 10, they're talking about this guy named Simon Sinek. At first, I believe it was around 2 years ago. I was still normal life and so still working and enjoying and on YouTube. I'm not so much on Facebook and and IG. Was on YouTube, scrolling, watching a lot of things that are not relevant to me, or I would say watching some. To me, it's some irrelevant things. All right, so and then suddenly every day, every night, I've been scrolling on YouTube, watching. Hey, what's the next movie coming up? What's the next movie for this year, which is something like that. And one day, I think it's mid of last year or something like that. Then I bump into a video talking about this guy. Actually, it all started from him. So his name called Simon Sinek. One of the video he's describing about infinite game. What is an infinite game? So that's why it was today's topic, infinite game. It is first published, I think, in the 80s by a guy named John Carsey, and then it was popularized by him. This guy called Simon Sinek. So right now he's still teaching the infinite. Then he's explained in his video on your YouTube video how is it what's the infinite game. So it gives me while I'm scrolling, then it gives me an aha moment that I'm wondering myself, actually it was an epiphany bridge to me that from then on my journey and how it came up to here that I'm sharing every day. Actually, it started from there. Then what should I learn? Who do I learn? Because it gives me an aha moment. What am I doing in the past 20 over years in property? What have I achieved? And did I learn something? So all these questions coming up. What's for me in the next 5 to 10 years? What's it gonna be? I thought of it before, maybe in the past 10 years, and now I achieved that. So do I really achieve that? Do I feel good? Do I make a lot of money? Do I change people's lives or have status or something like that? So it makes me wonder. It makes me think back that, yeah, actually I don't have much. So it's like, I guess you guys know what I'm saying. So he explains this thing called the infinite game. So how does this work? There's a finite game and an infinite game, right? So finite game is like known players, is agreed upon objectives, and the objective is to there's a beginning, middle, and end. There's always there's rules, and there's winner and a loser, right? There's a finite game. So like football, like basketball, like whatever sports that we're into, that's known players. We know the players, right? there's agreed upon objective. What's the time frame and who's the highest score on the win? So there's a winner and a loser. That's finite game. So what's an infinite game? An infinite game is known and unknown players. There's no agreed upon objective. There's no agreed upon rules. So the only rules is to play as long as you like, as to perpetuate the game. That's the objective, is to go on, move on, go on. So there's no end to this game. So there's no winner or loser. It's just you decided you don't want to play, then you just come out. That's all. So this is how he explained it, and he used another term is mindset, an infinite mindset and a finite mindset. So a finite mindset is like, I want to win this game. I want to win this. So it's like because you can see the difference between finite and infinite. That's so like finite mindset is like, I want to win. I need to win. Otherwise, I can't stay in the game. So in like any business who declare number one, that's why a lot of governments, a lot of people that don't allow you to declare that you're the best, you're number one, right? Because there's no agreed upon objective in an infinite game. Who agrees that you become number one? In what metrics that everyone agrees upon? There's none, right? It's not like football that the whole world decides that this is how the rules are, how the game, how you're going to win. Yeah, that's the rules. But in an infinite game like business, there's no, you have competition, you have competitor, but who agrees that you're number one? No, none. Who agrees that you're the best? None, right? So he explained in this, if we are playing in an infinite game, we are doing in our career, in business or anything, we decided not to play, we are still in infinite game, because the objective is to play to perpetuate, right? If you decided not to play, that means that you retire. I decided not to play. Maybe you pass on to your next generation, or you sell the company, whoever wants to perpetuate in the game. So there's no winning and losing. The only thing is whether you play with the finite mindset that you want to win, but eventually you couldn't win in an infinite game. There's no winning. So he goes on in that video. There's many videos on him on this topic. That he went to two leaders summit, Apple and Microsoft. He went to Microsoft leader summit. So he said that 80% of Microsoft presentation and the objective is how to beat Apple. And he went also to Apple's leaders summit, and 80% or 100% of Apple's leaders presenting how to educate the world, how to teach teachers to teach better, how to teach students to learn better, to perpetuate the game. So guess who are frustrated, right? One is like this, winning, playing the game to beat this. Another one is going forward to learn more and teach more and add value to the marketplace. So this is how he described, this is how it gives me the epiphany that I need to learn more, actually, because otherwise I don't know what makes me realize after I joined these few mentors that a lot of people don't know what they don't know, what the other world is happening, other side of the world is happening. What are they doing? What's the new things that, because information is everywhere. We thought that information is everywhere. YouTube, social media, everything is everywhere. Yeah, but it's too noisy. Where do we look? Where do we look to learn more? Where do we look to see what's the advancement in this industry? What's the advancement in this category, right? So there's, after I joined the several mentors, then I realized that, hey, what Simon says is true, that I could learn more to improve myself and improve. That's how I perpetuate the game. I stay in the game. That's an infinite mindset. If I play is to win, the one thing, several things will break out. If in business or if you're a boss or a leader, few things will break out if you're playing in an infinite game, but you're having a finite mindset. You break in trust, you break in innovations. Eventually, all team members will burn out. So these are the surveys, the research that Simon Sinek did to come up with this infinite game book. I think I still have this book. It's a great book, guys. Infinite Game. It's an excellent book. Yeah, another good book is also his. Start with Why. It's a very great book by him. Gives a lot of insight on how, he's an idealist. So it gives me this, it gives me the epiphany. That's where it all started. What have I done? Look back in my achievement that did I really achieve, and how do I continue, and how do I replicate that success? How do I do it and do it and do it? But even apparently that I didn't learn. Everyone talk about the market is bad for the past couple of years, but actually there are some people can do it, but some can't. The majority of it say, couldn't work because the market is bad. But some really know where to look to find the answer, to do it. Learning is the only thing that we could improve ourselves, advance ourselves. We don't look at, one of my bosses that looks at competitor as a competitor. He wants to play to win. As Steve Jobs says once, we don't play the game and don't want to look at it as how we can do it better. We look at the game and how can we do it differently. That's what Simon Sinek says as well. If you want to survive and want to do and advance in infinite game with an infinite mindset, that's how we look ourselves, how to better ourselves yesterday. How can we better ourselves yesterday? View competitors as a worthy rival that we could learn from, because their strength reveals our weaknesses. That's how, when we are exposed to our own weaknesses, we can change. We know how to change, whether we want to do it or not. So that is what changed me to learn more, to want to learn more from all these people. And it gives me great insights and all these stories to tell you guys, all these things to share with you guys, share to you guys. So that is how it all started. So this is episode 10. So thank you very much, you guys. Thank you for supporting, and please stay tuned every day. And if you let me know if you have value or any ideas to it. Thank you very much. See you guys again.